Well, welcome back or welcome to this particular video. First time for you? Great. I have many more videos that you can watch on the YouTube channel. And tonight, I wanted to share two scriptures and some information on a nonprofit I have going and what that nonprofit will be doing. So we're going to start out by looking at Psalm 82:3. And this is actually the Lord speaking through the psalm, this particular verse. And it says, defend the cause of the weak and the fatherless. Maintain the rights of the poor and the oppressed. That's pretty clear of what God is calling his people to do. You know, it isn't going to church and just going home. It's being active and involved. And so I started this nonprofit called Help for the Helpless, Inc. It is started for the transgender community in particular. We are oppressed many times, and the youth are extremely in trouble at times with family kicking them out of their home and other things. So the first thing I wanted to do with this nonprofit I created is to provide a house of hope, a safe house for transgender youth ages 16 to 24. Now, I would love to have your support. And I'm going to say right now, you can send me or send the nonprofit at Cash App, $Jacilyn Sanders, all one word. Or you can go to House of Hope website. The website is Help for the Helpless Inc.com. Again, it's www.helpforthehelplessinc.com. Now, the house I was talking about, I call it the House of Hope. And it is for 6 or 7 kids, young people, both male and female. Of course, there's separate areas for each and separate bathrooms, but we do want to have a place for them. It is very important because many of them today, they go to a halfway house and the people there don't know where to put them, whether they're transgender women or men. They don't know what to do with them, so they send them to a motel and say, well, we'll send the counselor to help you tomorrow. Most of those kids just take off. They leave. They may head for Chicago or New York in this particular area, San Francisco or somewhere else in the West. In the South, they may go to Atlanta or somewhere similar to that. And they get lost. Many of them end up on the street, homeless, starving, and they don't make it. They lose everything, never having completed their education, being that some of them get kicked out at the age of 16 as they were beginning to realize who they are. So I want to stop that first by starting a home here, a house here, and then I hope to be able to populate houses throughout the U.S. That's my goal in the long run. I want to help the oppressed maintain their rights, take care of the fatherless, the weak, and that is one way I want to do it. Our mission is to empower young transgender people to forge well-being and self-sufficiency by providing housing for them. In the housing, we're going to have counseling, advocacy programs in the area for adults, maybe their parents, and other services as are needed. There will be counseling, like I said, there will be help with their schooling, whether they're in high school or beginning a few years of college. I'm hoping to be able to get some grants and scholarships for that kind of thing. Our vision is to provide a safe house for individuals, as I said, ages 16 to 24, having no place to live, to establish a community right there in that home, free of intimidation and violence, a place where they can share with each other, get along, know each other. Most transgender people are friendless almost. They have maybe one or two friends, and the rest of the people they don't know, and they often are looked down at them. So this will be a place where they can feel community and feel accepted and being able to share. You know, everyone deserves to be loved, to be safe, to have an education, to be healed physically, emotionally, spiritually. Everyone who asks for help should be able to receive it. This is just one avenue. I am also hoping in the near future, after I get this rolling, to create a not a website, but actually a network for the whole United States, which will be a transgender network for leadership. So we can share with one another and we can talk about things that work. This is later down the line. Right now, we will handle getting this house going, and then we'll go for the next. 1 John 3:18 says, "Dear children, let's not merely say that we love each other. Let us show it in truth by our actions." See, as believers and even as good people out there, to truly be helping others, you don't just tell them, "I love you. I'll pray for you." And praying for you is a good thing, but we need to be involved, helping, strengthening, encouraging. That's what the scripture means. That's 1 John 3:18. And I really would appreciate, if you can, to become a partner with me in Help for the Helpless nonprofit doing this home for the homeless youth. And if this works in this community, I will be contacting others to get it to happen throughout this United States, because I know it's needed, badly needed, to save our young people, to give them a future. Thank you for listening to me today.